Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We first exposed the problem of Detroit firefighters drinking, driving, and crashing on duty.
You know, the firehouses are in a world to themselves.
The city has studied it. Now, what are they going to do about it?
It's all 70s in the 7-day forecast, but the changes are with the rain chances, and they start this weekend. Devin?
All right, Ben, we're going to begin, though, with Governor Whitmer falling in line with the CDC and dropping mask requirements for fully vaccinated Michiganders. Good to have you with us this Friday at 5. For the first time in more than a year, some Michiganders will not be required to wear a mask in public places.
Let's go over some of the broad strokes here. Starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., fully vaccinated Michiganders will no longer have to wear a mask or physically distance in most settings.
Larry Spruill spent the day getting reaction from Metro Detroit to see if they plan to continue to mask up, even if it's no longer required.
But we begin with business editor Rod Maloney live tonight with what has to be a very difficult decision for businesses. Rod, will they still require masks or not?
Well, it's starting to look like they're going to, Kimberly, and the reason why is because there isn't a lot of real direction for businesses in this guidance. And so what they're saying is until they get some more information, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. West Bloomfield's Stage Deli remained flexible throughout the pandemic, and owner Steve Goldberg tells us it's been very challenging, and it's welcome news that the new mask mandate is getting closer to the old normal.
It's just going to be wonderful to be able to deliver service with a smile and allow our smiles to be seen. Yeah, it's very hard to get that smile across the eyes and to interact with our guests and to see their faces.
Still, he's waiting for further guidance either from the state or from the county health department before he takes the "you must wear a mask" sign down or let his staff go without that mask. But it sure will be welcome when it happens.
It's hard working 12 hours a day in a hot kitchen with a mask, so everyone will be very happy to be free of that.
Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Director Elizabeth Hertel says business owners are certainly welcome to keep the current rules, and there is going to be more clarity coming soon to help businesses, whether they're gyms, restaurants, or office buildings, move going forward.
We plan to have all of our guidance updated by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, because I know we have to look at quite a few different documents.
It's just going to be much easier and much more pleasant to return back to what we always did so well before the pandemic.
And so we reached out to a couple of different businesses, the grocers, for instance. Meijer and Kroger both have told us that they're going to keep their mask rules in place for the time being. They want more clarity as well. But Kroger is actually going to be spending $100 a head for its staff to try and go out and get the vaccines to try and move that part of the process forward. And certainly there will be some businesses who will take down that sign. We've not found any just yet, but you can be certain there will be some. Back to you.
So, Rod, what do we know about these rules and their impact on schools?
Well, if you'll recall, the whole school rules issue or surrounding masks was a huge issue and a huge problem. And that was getting to where we are today. Well, getting in the other direction is going to be doing just the same. We'll tell you all about that coming up on Local 4 News at 6.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you, Rod. And now to the bigger question, what the 3.5 million fully vaccinated Michiganders plan to do when it comes to the new mask rules.
Will they ditch their masks entirely, or will they keep them on when they hit stores or other public places? I guess it's a wait and see here, but Larry Spruill spent the day talking to folks about it and trying to get a feel of what they plan to do. Larry?
Well, Devin and Kimberly, it's been a week of big pandemic changes. First, we were talking about teen vaccines. Now we're talking about new rules on the mask. The CDC and the governor's office are changing the rules about wearing your mask. So, of course, I went and I talked to various people, multiple people, if they were still going to wear their mask. Do they feel safe not wearing their mask? The answers are diverse. The news from the CDC and now Governor Whitmer's office is spreading fast all across Metro Detroit Friday. Starting Saturday at 9 a.m., you're no longer required to wear your mask outside, whether you're vaccinated or not. And if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask inside either unless required by those individual businesses. So now the question is, what will the 3.5 million fully vaccinated Michiganders do Well, I asked people in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm still gonna wear my mask. Even if it's over, I'm still wear mine.
Why is that?
I want to be on the safe side.
I'm planning on wearing my mask until this pandemic is totally over. So probably another year or so, I will still be wearing the mask.
I'll continue to wear the mask because I feel like that I received the Moderna vaccine and I don't feel like I'm protected 100%.
In Roseville in Macomb County.
Good news. I don't think anybody likes wearing the masks. I can breathe easier without the mask. All along in COVID, everything is contradictory. You don't know what to believe.
And so as we mentioned, both Kroger and Meijer are still going to require the customers to wear the mask. So I asked customers about that decision as well. Majority of the people tell me they are glad that both of the stores are still taking the safety of the people seriously. We're live at Meijer at 8 Mile and Woodward in Detroit. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Yeah, okay, Larry. Now, the CDC's big announcement has led to state and local governments and business owners all trying to figure out how they're going to navigate this new guidance, too.
Health officials pointing to a downward trend in cases and increasing evidence of just how well vaccines work to prevent illness and the spread of COVID-19. The CDC announcement is only guidance. State and local jurisdictions set their own mask rules and are weighing questions like how to tell who's been vaccinated. Meanwhile, the head of the American Federation of Teachers now pushing to get kids back in school. Today, Americans stepping into a new, old normal, but after more than a year of mask wearing, health officials acknowledge it may be hard for some to let them go.
Given all the evidence that we have seen, is that it's full speed ahead for the fall.
We will still ask them to wear a mask because they are not vaccinated and to protect themselves and to protect others.
Top health officials believe vaccine use may be approved for children under the age of 12 by the end of the year.
Breaking news now from Lansing. We are learning who paid for Governor Whitmer's chartered flight to Florida back in March. In a message from the governor's chief of staff, she says the flight was paid for by Michigan Transition 2019. That's an executive office account for the governor's travel when it's not covered by taxpayers. Governor's chief of staff maintains the flight and expenses are in compliance with the law. She notes that Governor Whitmer did pay for her seat on the flight, a little over $800 with her own personal money. Now, let's move to today's coronavirus numbers. The state reporting 1,766 new cases over the past 24 hours. That's back below the 2,000 mark, which we've been watching the last couple of days. 34 more deaths also being reported to the virus over that same period of time.
And there's certainly no shortage of the vaccine. 10.2 million doses have been delivered here to Michigan, with close to 7.6 million shots going into arms.
We have made it to Friday, and gosh, what a day. A beautiful start to what we hope is a beautiful weekend. We'll take more.
Yeah, take a look at that shot outside from our Skycam. We're hoping we can take this weather through the weekend. Ben, we want some good news, so come on with it.
I've got it. It's pretty much the same that we've got out there now. We're just going to tack on maybe a couple degrees to it as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Now, the clouds that are out there on the east side are just there for looks. We're not anticipating any rain out there tonight. Otherwise, temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. We bounced back to 70 at Metro, and the wind's starting to move more out of the south, and that's going to help us out over the upcoming weekend. But what a gorgeous evening, even as the skies start to clear out from those cumulus clouds this afternoon. We're still going to stay in the 50s through midnight tonight. It's going to be cool tomorrow morning, but seasonably so. And then as we get into Sunday, this is the change for the weekend forecast. We're tracking a system that is going to go to our south for the most part, but it is going to be a close call. And we're going to talk about rain chances for part of the weekend when we see you again in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben. 40%. That's how many Detroit firefighters say they've witnessed drinking on the job.
That's the result of a new environmental audit that addresses what's turned out to be a big issue for the department. We bring in Defender Sean Lay live tonight with the details in this report and what the city's planning to do about it. Sean?
Absolutely, reading every page, every word of this report. It's all important. 220 firefighters and EMS workers for Detroit. They were interviewed. What really stood out is that the majority of them did not know that Detroit Fire has an employee assistance program. The goal here is to get more support for firefighters and also make them feel much more comfortable about expressing the stress from such a stressful job. The Local 4 defenders first exposing an on-duty fire station house party, where the department says on-duty firefighters were drinking. An emergency call came in. First to arrive, one of those firefighters crashed its heavy rescue truck into a parked car. The department says he was drunk. 8 days later, an overnight chief could not be reached to manage firefighters at a fire. He was found trapped in a department SUV hanging over the lodge and arrested for drunk driving. Based on our reporting, the city took action, interviewing hundreds of firefighters and EMS workers to find out what they think about a number of department issues, including drinking. Deputy Mayor Conrad Mallett asked those questions.
I think that the answers that we received were direct and honest.
What stands out? Many firefighters believe alcohol abuse is a problem that needs a solution. However, many said they've never seen drug use. 40% of firefighters have seen drinking, they say, in the past. A big issue, peer-to-peer counseling. Detroit Fire has one employee for counseling, and this is huge. Most did not know the department has an employee assistance program. Bottom line, stressed out firefighters need more support.
In this instance, which teaches us a valuable lesson, we're going to have to be much more intentional, much more direct in making sure that our women and men know that this peer counseling program is there for them.
Yeah, another big thing that stands out, we just said it, one peer counselor for the entire department. Deputy Mayor Conrad Mallett says that's going to improve right away, going up to full four-time counselors for the department. Then they want to go to City Council, ask for more of a budget to create an entire team of counselors for this very big, very stressed out department, guys.
So, Sean, this is just the start. Now, what now?
Well, the team that put together the audit, union members and firefighters, they're going to go to Boston. We heard that before. They're going to study their peer counseling program. They have an entire team and go over it. They're going to mimic it and bring it back here to Detroit for their members.
Yeah. All right, Sean, we'll keep following it. Well, they are seeing it so much so that the experts now have a name for it: re-entry anxiety.
New tonight, the simple tricks to help make the transition back to work a whole lot smoother, and why it's more than okay to feel a little uncomfortable about it.
Also, I-75 closing this weekend, a lot more than we've come to expect, where you're definitely going to need to dodge the orange barrels. We'll have the latest in just a couple of minutes. Paula.
As children as young as 12 are now getting the COVID-19 vaccine, some healthcare workers say they are the new heroes on the front line. But there is a but, and it's a big but. I'll explain.